Now we're going to learn a technique that when the offensive lineman down blocks as a defensive end, what do? There's a couple techniques, but today we're going to go over the 50-50 shuffle or surf technique that some people like to call it. As defensive linemen, we were just talking about the one gap. A one gap is when the offensive lineman comes at me and we got to control our one gap, which is our C gap in this instance, right? So now what happens if the offensive lineman just down blocks on us, right? What do? Do I just be like, oh my God, what is happening, right? No, I do not do that, right? There's a couple techniques, but like we just talked about, we're gonna go over the 50-50 that I call it. Some people call it the shuffle or the surf technique. So what I'm doing right now is I'm keying this tip of the shoulder, right? If that tip of the shoulder comes to me, I'm coming down and I'm one gap and holding this one gap. If that tip of the shoulder goes down, I need to take one step in the backfield, get right on his hips, cut this gap off, then transition into a 50-50. When I transition into a 50-50, my job now is I need to look at the quarterback, exchange. When he's holding the ball and about to hand off the ball, he's reading me. He's reading to see if I'm an athletic defensive end that he thinks he could pull it and beat me to the edge, or he's just gonna hand it off and go down. This is one of the hardest parts of defensive end because we gotta play the outside contain, and we need to see if the running back's going to commit downwards. So one of the hardest things to do is just be patient. Watch the ball. What I like to say is you have contain, so cheat more to contain. So if the QB boots, you're here. If he hands it off, you can be late down the line. When you are as a defensive end and you're looking at the quarterback, which I'm going to be the quarterback now, and Jeremy's going to be the running back. When I'm the quarterback and I'm looking at the defensive end shuffling that we were just doing, I'm putting the ball right here, right into the running back's mesh point. I call this the mesh point. This is the point you want to look at when you're doing your 50-50. This is where you're going to realize if I'm going to pull it and I need to get out and chase the quarterback, or Jeremy, come back here, or that he's going to give the ball and you need to get flat down the line and try to make a play for a TFL. Just down block again for me. Another big cue is when we down block, Jeremy, I need to at least get 1 yard into the backfield. Getting 1 yard into the backfield cuts this point off and it threatens the quarterback a little bit more that he wants to get rid of the ball or pull it faster. And what I can't do is cheat downwards, because if I cheat downwards and the quarterback boots out and I'm running for 80 yards and I let one go, man, see you next year, man. You ain't going to be on the team, right? So being a defensive end, contain is your biggest friend, right? Do not lose it. It's there forever, right? If you lose it, you ain't going to be playing defensive end.